Hey guys, welcome to Council Comments. We are here joined by our Ward 7, right?
Yes.
Ward 7 Council member, Miss Kerri Pate. Now, Ward 7, for anybody that's not aware, we're South Alabaster, right?
Right. We're Butler Road, some of Kent Dairy Road, the south side of Kent Dairy Road, down Butler Road, and then part of Mission Hills Road.
Nice. All right. Kerri, we got a lot to go through.
Yeah.
We want to start by talking about something exciting for the SRO officers. They're getting new vehicles.
Yes,
Right,
we're
tell
so
me about
excited. So the way we've always done it in the past is the SROs, the school resource officers, get kind of, I hate to say this, but the hand-me-down Tahoes. They're kind of at the end of the life cycle of what we like to see on a patroller. And our mayor and some others had the idea of maybe getting them trucks and have that be there, so there'll be 4x4 Ford trucks. We've just approved the purchase of those, and they'll be decorated with instead of the black and blue, the traditional Alabaster patrollers, they'll be the school colors. And
nice.
and have some of the artwork from the school. I don't know exactly what yet, but you'll be able to pick them out at all of the schools.
Perfect.
And I think it'll be a big deal. The kids like stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it'll really kind of go with our school system. It's just another way that we partner with Alabaster City Schools and kind of get us all on the same page, so it's going to be great for them.
I love that. They deserve it. They work very hard.
Oh, yes, they
We
do.
love it. Okay. We've got new lights coming to the back batting cages at
Yeah.
Veterans Park.
Yeah.
You told me Veterans Park has been around for 20 years,
Yes.
which makes me...
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know how it's been around for 20 years, and yet I have not aged a day, Kerri.
I know
Nor you.
haven't.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Tell me about the lights.
So for years, everybody knew about the front cages, and that's the ones you see when you come in to the right, and those are wonderful.
Right.
And Veterans is a premier park, and we're just trying to get the whole park up to par. And you're going to be seeing more and more on that park come down the road, because it is our city's premier park that brings so many people here. But the back batting cages, we've just awarded a bid for the construction of them to be covered and lit, and that's just going to be wonderful. We're so excited, and it will be a great help in the spring when we have hundreds of kids that in our own city to use them. So
That's
we're really
awesome. So
excited.
bids already been...
Yes.
So we'll be seeing them probably
Yeah,
pretty
I
soon.
mean,
Progress pretty
construction these days is a little bit slower
That's
than
true,
it
yeah.
than it has been, but I think with it being a simple project, it should be moving along pretty quickly.
soon. All right. Now, speaking of construction, we're going to go into a little bit of update on 119. This is in your ward, and we need updates on what is going on, because obviously we're seeing like barricades and things like that, but we're not seeing a lot of construction. So tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, so we all woke up one morning and we drive down, we're like, oh my gosh, our only lane's gone. What are we going to do?
Right.
Horrible. And it's been horrible, of course. We've gotten a little bit used to it. We don't like it, but so we assumed that construction was going to start immediately.
Right.
And ALDOT planned that, and that's why they had their timeline with it, that those contractors coming in and setting those barricades up and those hazard signs up. However, they ran into some utility difficulty with C Spire not finishing with some of their end of it.
Got it.
So the mayor and our city administrator have just met with ALDOT, and we've been told that C Spire is finishing up this week, and the Monday after Thanksgiving we should start to see true construction.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of grading. You're going to see more on the north end first, and just be patient.
So, and I think
is
that's
what we wanted.
That's huge. That is huge, is patience, especially during this holiday season where traffic is a little worse than normal. Make sure you take those alternate routes in a safe way, and just
And hope there's no train.
pack your patience. Yes, let's hope there's no trains, and pack our patience for sure, because it's going to be difficult. But I appreciate that update of knowing that utilities are being finished, ALDOT is starting, and delays like we're seeing everywhere, right?
Yes, and one more thing, let me add to that. We have already started the process and the approval process to begin on the second phase of 119, which will go all the way down to Veterans Park. So we all know what that means. That's just another long process, but the ball is rolling. We've already started talking with the Regional Planning Commission about securing acquisitions for right-of-ways, and then started the process to know what our portion would be with OutDOT. So that's exciting. In a perfect world, we would love to see that project on phase 1 wrap up and then phase 2 begin. And that's what we're going to hope for. But at least the ball's rolling. So.
The ball is rolling. Okay, that is good. Now, there's also been some conversation about developments coming to 119. People are feeling change is always difficult.
It's hard.
So, give me some updates on that.
Okay, so I will say from the very beginning of this mayor and this council, we have been a mayor and council of progress. We want to see our city grow in a healthy way, and a healthy way. I'll kind of give an example. We pulled some numbers since 2006. We have built. The city has permitted around a little less than 1,200 homes.
Okay.
So that's 16 years. And we have a new large development coming, Walker Springs, to what we call the Nolan property.
Okay.
The Nolan family had this land for sale for 8 years, and finally a developer reached out to that family and wanted to purchase it. And there was a small portion that was in the county, and we had to annex that in for that. And the sale went through. This has been a process since December of 2020.
Okay.
And so we're coming up on 2 years that we've been dealing with it, and the family had their whole heart in this, and so the city got on board and, hey, what do we want this development to look like? What do we hear from the residents? Folks like yourself that have small children. Where do I move to? What kind of neighborhood do I want my next home to be? So this was something that we worked diligently. Planning and zoning, city, the school system. Because it is large, 1,000 homes over 12 to 15 years. So that kind of keeps along with the same type, hate to use the word controlled, but controlled healthy growth that we have been experiencing. So it's not going to be any different. It just sounds so excess.
If you're thinking like all of a sudden there's going to be 1,000 homes there overnight. That is not happening. This is over the course of 12 to 15 years. Just as we have been growing over the past 12 to 15 years. Okay.
And we have had some great meetings where we've had a handful of our residents that actually live in Alabaster that have come and shared their concerns. And it's given us an opportunity to communicate with them, and we have enjoyed those conversations. And it's also given us a chance to look at ourselves and say, what can we do better? And I think one of the things that we can do better and is share as much information as possible. We have cell phones now. Everybody has some kind of device. And so they want things at their fingertips, and we're going to do better at getting the information out.
So you guys have actually put out a statement about this on Facebook, right?
We did. So today, which is November 15th, the statement, I did see it this morning, and it kind of explains things a little bit better. And as always, if you have any questions, please, reach out to us. That's what we're here for.
Okay, awesome. That's very good information. Like you said, just reach out if you have a question kindly. And I think it's so important to remember, guys, that our city council and our mayor, they live here too. Yeah. They have families here. They're driving these roads. So they are thinking about that too as plans are going into place. You guys aren't just sitting up in the sky making these big decisions. You live here too.
It's a lot of thought, a lot of hours. So some people see it just on the very end and think, how do they just come up do it?
Right.
But it is years and hours and thought and meetings. So, but we're excited. I think it's going to be a wonderful product, and we've been on board since the beginning, and all of us have.
Good.
And so.
All right. Very good information. Lots of info there, but very good. Let's talk about fun holiday stuff, because I'm excited.
We've got
for
a
Christmas.
lot.
I'm already in Christmas mode. I have been since Halloween was over. So we've got it's all starting here in the city December 2nd.
December 2nd.
Tell me about it.
So that starts with our tower lighting. which we love, and there's going to be music, food trucks, just family fun, and everybody can come out, and that kind of just opens up the whole month of December, all of the activities. That's also the night that we're going to light all of the trees for the Festival of Trees, which is the first year we've done this. It's where different businesses in town, clubs bought the trees, and the entry fees for those are going to SEA, Shelby County SEA, local charities, and those trees will be lit on December 2nd and until January 2nd. People can vote on those. It's going to be so much fun.
That will be fun.
Huge response for our first year.
Good.
So that's going to be lit that night. It's just going to be a huge night. And then the next morning, wake up early and have the state's largest Christmas parade. So
parade day, and we will be live streaming that parade with Alabaster Living, so that's going to be exciting.
It is.
We can rewatch our kids in the parade. I heard that the city council might be having a little something up their sleeve.
We might.
So it's definitely good.
That is a must.
Yeah. That is a must do for sure. And then just enjoy all of the fun things within the city. Santa's Village at the fire station. Let the Festival of Trees be your new tradition to walk through as a family. There's just so much.
I know. And that's what we want to do. We want to make this a place that your kids grow up and they look back and think of those memories. So,
absolutely.
And my kids do. So now we have even more. They're like, oh, now that we're grown, y'all have all these new things. So, but it's great for the young families like yourself.
You're raising my babies here because I love to share these traditions with them. We've also got the tour of lights in the neighborhoods, right?
Yes, and those start December 1st. So you can go to our city's website and see a map of all of the homes that have registered for that, and there's lots in my neighborhood. We're not quite up to that speed. We've got to up our game a little bit.
So. We're not quite up to that, but we're getting there.
Maybe next year. So,
all right, guys, so much going on. Thank you so much for the information. I know you guys are working hard. We appreciate it. Make sure that you check us out. If you have Roku or Fire Stick, download Alabaster Living Television. You can watch all of these and all of our other amazing content around town on the big screen, which is awesome. We'll see you next month for another Council Comments brought to you by the City of Alabaster.